Hey everyone, I'm Sarah DeCiccio. I'm a certified holistic health coach and the big boss lady of Finding Your Well Spot. And since we are getting back into the role of things with going back to school, I thought I would help some moms out with back to school lunches and some of the tips and tricks that I have learned along the way that I use with my own two kids that will help make life a little bit easier and not so hectic in the kitchen where you feel like you're constantly making things for healthy lunches. So of course, being a health coach, I'm huge into making sure that my kids are eating healthy. So I always want to make sure of three things all the time with them. I always like to make sure that they have good nutrition, which I'm going to go over some things that you can do to make sure that they have good nutrition every day or for most of the part because they are still children. The second thing I always want to make sure of is that they're getting lots of sleep, making sure they're getting good quality sleep. Because again, if kids are not getting good quality sleep, they're not going to function as great. Because sleep is when we actually renew and repair our bodies. And kids need lots of sleep. So if we want them to function and have good moods, then of course nutrition plays a part in that, and sleep is a huge part of that as well. And the third thing I'm really big on too is hydration. So I always send my kids with a big water bottle to go to school with, so there's never an excuse, even during the day when they're in class, that they can't go and get a drink. They always have their water bottle with them. So hydration is really good too, because if we want our brains to function properly and we want to stay awake in class, of course we need to be well hydrated. And this can be like something for you too. If you're working in an office, making sure if you don't want to get that slump all the time or you're feeling like you just don't have enough energy, sometimes it's just making sure you're well hydrated. And if you have filtered water, that's the best to drink. We have reverse osmosis water. The only bad thing with RO water is that it takes out all the minerals from your water. So I like to just take a little bit of Celtic sea salt or pink Himalayan salt, and you just crack a little bit of salt in your water, and that way it's going to nourish your adrenal glands and you're going to feel like you're going to have more energy. So hydration is key. I'm also going to tell you just quickly about nutrition, and I'm going to get right to the food stuff. So for my kids, they take USANA's Usanimals. It's a daily multivitamin. It's a chewable. It has no artificial sweeteners or flavors. That's why I love it so much, and it's pharmaceutical grade. So what it says on the labels and each individual tablet, it's going to dissolve in your body properly, and your body's going to recognize it and use it as real food. My kids take this twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening, and they eat it with the vitamin D. Studies show that we do not get enough vitamin D, especially in North America. I take 6,000 international units per day just because I want to make sure that I'm getting enough vitamin D. And even when my vitamin D levels were tested, I was still like on the normal range, but on the low of the normal range. So just to kind of give you an idea that most of us are deficient. So don't be afraid to work with vitamin D. It's a great mood booster. And anyone that I've referred that to take vitamin D and they've tried it, that's what they say. Their mood and their energy is much better. So it's great for children to get this as well. My kids, they're age 9 and 7. They take 2,000 international units a day. So they'll take one tablet in the morning with their Usanimal and one in the evening. If your kids can actually swallow tablets, you could do the Body Rocks. That's something for older kids, or if your kid weighs a little bit more, they can actually move up to the Body Rocks. Another thing I'm big on for nutrition with kids, just to fill in the gaps, remember, because nothing replaces a good healthy diet, but of course we need to fill in the gaps. So Biomega Junior, this is a fish oil. It's a clean fish oil. Most fish oils have heavy residues and heavy metals, and we don't want that. That could do more damage to our brain than good. That's why I love the Biomega Juniors. It's like a little yogurt tube, so here's two of them here. I keep them in the fridge because they taste better. They're mixed with pineapple orange flavor, so you just mix them like this, they slurp them up, and there you go. Fish oil, there's tons of studies that show that it actually increases the IQ of the child in class. And of course, if you know anything about fish oil and good healthy fats, when you have good healthy fats in your diet, like fish oil, it's going to get the neurons in your brain, your cells connecting so they can communicate rather than being rusty. So that's why I'm a huge proponent of Biomega Junior. Also helps with inflammation in the brain, especially if your kid has anxiety and stuff, or ADHD or ADD or even autism. Studies show how beneficial fish oil is for kids. So my kids take this daily as well. And then, of course, I'm always about the immune system and making sure kids poop, because if they're not pooping, Think of it this way, the toxins in your body are being reabsorbed when your colon is not actually being cleansed, you're not having a poop. So when that happens, your liver gets overloaded. If your liver gets overloaded, according to traditional Chinese medicine, your liver, if you get really irritable or angry all the time, could possibly mean that your liver is overloaded with toxins. So that's kind of how the emotions with the liver play with each other. So I always know that too. If I'm getting irritable, maybe my liver is getting a little bit overloaded. So it's good to make sure that you are having regular bowel movements, 1 to 3 bowel movements a day, making sure they're healthy, not balls. You want them to be like a banana, smooth like a banana. So my kids always tell me about that still, because if they're not healthy, having healthy poops, I should say, they come and tell me. So we always have probiotics on hand, which is really good to help boost their immune system. And Fiber G is another one I recommend, even for adults. It's really great to just keep your bowels moving. So then that way, kids are gonna have more energy. You'll have more energy if you have problems with that. And then again, you're gonna be in a much better mood. Trust me on that one. So for healthy lunches, I think for this month, my videos are going to be really focused on kids' lunches, since lots of parents seem to be asking about different ideas and what they can do. So today, I'm just going to keep it really simple and show you how I prep. So this makes it really easy for even after school snacks, when you're packing lunches for your kids, or even for yourself if you're heading to the office. So today, what I did is I took all my fruit, and this is best to do it right when you buy it. I didn't, unfortunately, this time. But here's all my strawberries. I have a bunch of raspberries in a bowl. I have a bunch of blackberries, and I had a bunch of blueberries. So that's really going to be our fruit for the week or for the next few days. And what I do is I just take them, I pour them in a bowl, I put some water in, and then I take some apple cider vinegar. So I always buy apple cider vinegar with the mother in it. With the mother in it means it's going to have all the good probiotics in it, all the good bacteria. So it will look cloudy and gross, but that's when you know you have the good one. Bragg's sells a great apple cider vinegar, and this one I got at Costco because I use a lot of it. As you can tell, I'm almost empty. So I literally just go into the bowl, mix it with my fruit, and I let it sit. Some people say 15 minutes. I let it sit for 30 minutes. I just want to make sure that I'm getting most of the pesticides off, most of the bacteria, any spores that I don't want on the fruit for the kids. And then what I do, I rinse them really well under cold water, and then I lay them out on a tea towel. I don't know if you could see this here, but I have blueberries laying out on a tea towel. They are drying at the moment. Once they are completely dry, you can store them in a container. You want to leave it open though, because they need to breathe. Or you could just use the clamshell it came in, line it with a dry piece of paper towel, put it in there, and then you can store your berries in there. The important thing is that they go back in the fridge, because they will tend to mold a lot sooner if they're not refrigerated. But doing it this way, even the apple cider vinegar preserves the berry a little bit, so it will last for a few days. So then your berries are ready to go for the next few days. Your kids can come home after school and eat whatever berries they want as well, and then you know they're ready to go. Because of course I'm very lazy. I don't like washing fruit all the time, so if I can get it done in one swoop, they're gonna eat healthier, more fruit. And again, you will too, because if it's ready and prepped to go and you don't actually have to go in the fridge and prep it, more likely that you're going to eat it. So that keeps things really simple for us. I do have vegetables that I'm going to be cutting up today too. And then that way they're ready. Whether they eat them in their lunch or you use them for supper for later, it's just going to make things a whole lot easier, and you're going to incorporate more fruits and vegetables into your day and even into your week. I know my kids, well, Brielle doesn't, but Jaden loves carrots, so I like cutting up little carrot sticks. And sometimes, I don't know if you notice, but when you keep carrot sticks, even in a Tupperware container, they can get really they don't have that snap to them. So what I like to do is you could take a glass container like this or any other Tupperware container. I like to put my carrots in there, fill it with filtered water, and then that way the crispiness of the carrot will stay, and you won't have a problem with them going all mushy on you. And then again, they're prepped and ready to go, so whether you use them in lunches or for supper later on, it's just so much easier to get things done that way. I also like to make fermented carrots for my kids. It's a great source of probiotics, so if you guys are interested in learning more about probiotics or making fermented carrots, let me know and we could do a video on how to make fermented carrots. My daughter Brielle hates carrots. Hates them cooked, raw, sauteed, steamed, roasted, you name it, she doesn't like it. But she loves fermented carrots. I actually have to make a jar just for Jaden and a jar just for Brielle because they eat so many fermented carrots, which is great for them. I also wanted to let you know that I'm going to put the link in this video or in the comments on how you can get these products at a 10% discount. And whoever is the first person to purchase the kids pack of supplements, if you just send me a screenshot or message me, I'm going to give you an instant $10 back out of my pocket to you, just to say good job for promoting kids' health and actually caring about your kids' health. So if that's something of interest to you, whether you're a new client or an existing customer, doesn't matter. Whoever's the first one to order the kids pack will get $10 off. And in the kids pack, I'm just going to include the Eusonomals, Biomega, and the vitamin D. And maybe I will include, I won't include the probiotics, but I really believe in them. But just to keep it really simple for you, those are the three I really highly recommend when you go back to school. So in the month, I'm going to be testing other recipes. I have a great recipe for chicken nuggets, broccoli tater tots, that like little things that is going to incorporate more healthy nutrition into your kids' lunches and day. So if there's anything that you are looking for, please leave some comments so I know what I should be making videos on so I can spread the word. And if you can share this video, I would really appreciate it. So I hope you enjoyed the little tips and tricks on getting your fruits and vegetables all ready for the school lunches and even for supper. And we'll see you again soon. You can check me out on my website too at www.findingyourwellspot.com, as well I'm on YouTube at findingyourwellspot.com. Have a great day.